This is Wesker clone number 2, the forgotten clone, Alberto Wesker. Today we're going to be reviewing Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles for the Nintendo Wii. And if you don't like what I have to say about this game, then wha! So let's get to Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles. Alright, so Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles is an on-rail shooter set in the Resident Evil universe. It's basically a retelling of the events from Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 3, and there's a new campaign telling the events after Resident Evil 3 with Jill and Chris. So we have the trail derailment from Resident Evil 0. There you can play as Billy Cohen and Rebecca Chambers. We have the Resident Evil Mansion incident with Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield. Then the Raccoon Destruction from Resident Evil 3, starring Jill Valentine and Carlos Oliveira. And the Umbrella's End, which is a totally new campaign, the one I was just telling you about right now. So the game has all these modes, but what's different is that you also have a customization for your weapons. You can upgrade a weapon, as you can see right here. I have enough stars. These stars you get as you go through the game, and you pick up weapons as you go through the game as well. So I'm going to upgrade this weapon to increase its power. And I just maxed it out, as you can see right now. There's also archives where you're able to unlock things during the game. You can pick up random files. There's random items you can pick up that'll just give you a little backstory about some of the monsters, creatures, and different characters in the game. It's really cool. It adds a lot to the game in terms of replay value. As you can see, I haven't really unlocked all of it. There's files as well to look over regarding the Resident Evil series, so it's really awesome. There are also extra campaigns as you go through the main campaigns where you play as other characters such as Alberto Wesker or Ada Wong. You can play as Hunkin' One. There are a few other scenarios that you can play as extra characters in here. So right now I'm going to take you to Resident Evil 0. You see you have your choice between which character you want to play as. I'll play as Rebecca. You see there's a lot of weapons to choose from. Shotgun, automatic shotgun, assault shotgun, my bad. There's submachine guns, grenade launchers, there's a magnum, there's rocket launchers. I'm gonna go with the assault shotgun. Let's get into the game. As you can see, already starting out shooting zombies. Right now I'm playing with the Wiimote and the nunchuck. There's a lot of environmental destruction as well. You can shoot the lamps. You see them move. I'm playing right now with the Wiimote and the nunchuck. As you can see, you can just pick up herbs. That'll help regenerate your life as well during the game. I'm using my pistol right now. As you can see in the top left. I'm gonna throw a grenade at this guy. It just bounced down the stairs and didn't do much. Throw it back up there. There you go. Got him. I'm going to change my weapon. See, I'm using a shotgun now. The weapons, they feel okay. I mean, they don't feel as destructive as they should, but for the most part, you feel enough rumble as it is with the controller. Alright. So you see right now, there's these type of enemies sometimes that attack you through the screen, and you have to shake the Wiimote with holding the A button in order to slash your knife. And that'll get them off, nasty critters. You can also use this as a defensive maneuver as a zombie's gonna attack you as well. See, I'm gonna fight a leech man right now. There's also 2-player support for co-op, and I have to say I found the most fun in this game playing with my sister and going through the game in co-op. All the scenarios, I believe, are co-op indeed. aside from the extra ones, as you go through the game, you get to a certain point where you get to a checkpoint. As you can see right now, it'll tell you your progress. I find that the checkpoints there's so few and far in between. The problem is that you're going through a level and you die, and sometimes you won't be able to get to the checkpoint in time, so you'll have to restart the entire level over again, and that can be a drag sometimes. It also lengthens the gameplay as well, so you'd probably be spending more time doing the level than you want to be honest. What's cool about the extra scenarios is that you go through the role of another character through those events that you never saw before, so you'll be able to see what Rebecca Chambers was doing before Chris and Jill met up with her back in the mansion, which is pretty awesome. You also meet up with Richard Aiken in this extra campaign, and it explains what he was doing as well before he met the giant snake. B button is to shoot. A button, you hold it to swing and slice with your knife. I'm using the Wiimote alone right now, but you have the option of using the Wiimote and the nunchuck as well. I find that the game is best played when you use the nunchuck together with the Wiimote, so that you're able to use the analog stick to look around your environment some more. It gives you more freedom in what you do. As you can see, I just added the nunchuck right now and I'm able to use it right off the bat. As you can see, I'm looking around as opposed to being confined to what's in front of me. I'm able to look up, down, left, right. So here we are in Resident Evil Raccoon City right now. This is the, as you can see from the gameplay, everything works well. As you can see, I'm going to counter-attack by swinging the remote a bit. That's pretty cool. It's kind of similar to Resident Evil 4 when you would attack by an enemy, you're able to kick them off. The game runs at a pretty smooth frame rate. I noticed some drops in the frame rate when there's a lot of explosions going on at once, but that rarely ever happens. So, but for the most part, the gameplay does work. I find that the zombies do take a while to take down, unless you shoot them in the head. But when you see that red blinking light, I just shot him right there in the head. Right there, that was another one. That's another one. That's another one. There's another one, and boom, headshot. I'm good. Presentation-wise, the game looks pretty much what you expect for a Resident Evil game on a Nintendo platform. It looks similar, if not as good as Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Remake for the GameCube. Although I wouldn't put it as high as those games. I mean, it still looks good, but it doesn't look that great, to be honest. It looks kind of drab, like kind of gray and drab. But I guess, what do you expect from a Resident Evil game? Now the game does have these boss fights. I mean, it's great to see Proto Tyrant and Nemesis back, especially with these graphics. But probably the lowest point in the game are the boss fights. Basically, what you do is memorize an enemy attack. Right before they wind up their attack, shoot them before they execute it. You'll knock them off guard, shoot them some more, and the game will just play like that until you memorize the enemy's patterns. And once you memorize them, you should be taking them down before you know it. The game has these quick time events as well, where you have to press a button in order to respond, or swing the remote during a boss battle. And it does kind of get a little annoying because they keep changing it up, so you have to be on your toes, as you can see. It's B this time. And so yeah, the boss fights aren't really something to look forward to in the game, to be honest. Definitely pick this up if you're a hardcore Resident Evil fan. You won't regret it. I mean, I bought it once and now this is the second time I bought it. Definitely something they can improve on. Definitely something to enjoy with a friend though, or a sibling. It's definitely made for the co-op. I mean, you can play through the game solo, it doesn't matter, but co-op is where it's at.
You're challenging me, Space? Fine, I accept your challenge.